Welcome to NJRocks.tv.
Looking out at the rain. I'm sitting down by my window, yeah, 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 yeah.
Welcome to NJRocks.tv. My name is Jeff Tureaud and I'm co-hosted with Stephen Hirsekorn. The infamous Stephen Hirsekorn. He is infamous.
So true.
He doesn't want to be famous. So
Well, I don't want to talk about it because it's infamous, you know? It could get me in trouble. So.
Today we have a special guest, and her name is Jody Joseph, and she is a one diva, one woman, one legend, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
In that order?
Split personality.
Which one do you want to do? Which
Actually,
one's the
it's
best?
one
The
legend,
legend or the diva?
One legend, one diva, one woman is how it's billed, but she's my assistant kind of put in the role that
Messed
she
up,
wanted.
huh?
Well, that's how the show is. One diva is, it comes out as, I come out as Stevie Nicks.
Okay, Stevie Nicks, is that a diva or a legend?
She is the diva.
She's a diva. Okay.
So
What makes a diva?
I have no idea, I just am trying to be her, because she looks like she had a lot of fun on stage.
Absolutely, man. She
no.
was
I think diva not in like a prima donna. I just think that somebody that has had the cornerstone of the music business, so she's so tapped into it. She was, she is still the fairy, the little elf fairy dancing around the stage.
she's beautiful.
Yeah, she's absolutely. I always love when people say even slightly, if they squint, you know, that I look like her, because that's like, wow, you know, because I think she's amazing. So as I was growing up, she was always an influence in my life, and people were always saying, oh, you know, sing a Stevie song, sing a Stevie song. So she became part of my whole
And you had a
catalog.
show that you put on.
Yes,
Okay.
so I perform, I have a whole entourage of people that work with me. It's
I
a
know.
whole team. So,
Yeah.
and there's...
That's all. That's who I spoke with.
They're all
Never spoke
responsible,
with
yes,
you.
that's needed, but the people that work behind the scenes are the ones that do the magic with the hair and the makeup and the, my clothes designer, Debbie Goodyear, is amazing. She designed all the clothes, and the set changes and the costume change happens throughout the one segment of Stevie, because if you ever saw Stevie in concert,
She's
you know,
elaborate.
she changes
Yeah.
like constantly, you know, that's
Very
what you'd
cool.
say, you don't know whether you're seeing a concert or a fashion show. So,
Right.
you know, there's a lot of that going on behind, you know, the scene.
Do you do songs from Fleetwood Mac and her solo career?
Yes, I do. Both of them. Because I like them both, you know, there was always that, well, it's not really Stevie, but, you know, the chain is Stevie to me, and Go Your Own Way is Stevie Nicks, you know, it's still stuff that I grew up on. Rumors out.
Then maybe we'll talk about the legend.
Yes, the legend.
The legend is Janis
Janis
Joplin.
Joplin. May God rest her soul.
Holy moly.
What a troubled
She
life.
cool.
You know, people have asked me why did I do what I did? Why these two? Well, first of all, it was dictated by a lot of people telling me, you know, that you sound like Stevie, you sound like Janis, you look like Stevie, and on my bad days, I guess, you know, I look like Janis. So it was like, so I kind of put it together with this one woman that said, why don't you try to do both these artists in one show? And the coolest part about it is that they are totally opposite people in a lot of ways. But
Personalities.
right, but there was a lot of, you know, Stevie had a very troubled past as well, you know, with drugs and alcohol and all those battles, those demons, and bad relationships and wanting to feel love. So putting them together, there's that common thread, and the common thread, I guess, has become me between the two of them. So
Did you do a lot of touring?
I've taken it to New York City twice. It's been in New Jersey 4 times, and now Florida wants it. A theater in Florida, Ohio is looking into it. We have Mohegan Sun possibly looking into it. So, yeah, it's finally going to get some...
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Here comes the cash, right?
No, you know what? I've lost so much money, it'll never be, you know, it's just a passion.
Never
Honestly,
catch up.
You're for the love of it, huh?
Right,
it's
a little
just...
cash wouldn't hurt. I mean, geez.
Yeah, well, you know, that's true too. It would be great to be paid for,
That's
for your
right.
art, right?
That's right.
That's great. But in the middle of it, the neatest part is I come out as Stevie, and like I said, there's props and everything, and I literally have to become these people. And then it's seamless. The whole thing never stops. I get off stage, there's overtures involved, and then I come back out as myself in the middle. And I talk about that. I say, hey, wasn't that
That's
great,
one
Stevie?
woman.
Yeah, that's the one woman, yeah.
Right.
That's me, I think, sometimes. And then I segue out of that, and then I go behind the so-called curtain, and it's seamless again, and then the overture starts for the Janis Joplin, and I end as Janis.
This one interesting little thing I want to touch on is that the show is here to bring the arts to the people. It's our way of influencing society with arts, and it's interesting where society kind of influenced you.
Yes.
It kind of came back to you, and
They
art
dictated.
influenced you because you were always involved with singing,
Right.
and these the legend and the diva influenced you, you know, directly. But your friends, which is, I'm going to say society, said you should do this and you should do that, and they pushed you in a direction.
Yep, they did.
Right, that's pretty cool.
They laid the template for me, and I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying, is there any interesting, memorable moments on tour for you?
Well, to bring the show to, you know, being on a, we were just talking earlier about being on a TV show, and I was actually on, I think it was Good Day New York, and it was live.
Nice.
And it was really scary, and I was promoting one of my shows. I teach singing and performing to, my youngest is 7 years old, my oldest is 73. And I have quite a few of them, and I mentor them, and we do big shows, and one of the shows I do every year is at the Stone Pony in Asbury, and that's a benefit. And that year the benefit was for, I think, domestic child abuse. So they had me on to promote what I was doing. So it's teaching them to give back, and it's like for the show, some of the greatest students that I have, there's so many that it would be like all about them and just like 5 minutes of me on stage. But there are a few select that are going to be opening for me for.
I would like to have them on the show if you can ever.
Oh, they would.
This
oh my
is
gosh.
what it's all about.
You know, you'll be like, why did you come on after seeing that? You should have sent me them. They're so much better.
No.
No.
You're their influence. You're their
Yes.
influence.
And you ever get lost in one of these characters, or, you know?
Never come out of it.
I have to honestly tell you that with Stevie, which was the hardest thing for me to do, with her, it was kind of like to learn her moves and be in that whole flowy kind of thing was difficult. And I think the hardest part for me was when my biggest fear is that I had to learn how to spot when you spin. You know, when she does those spins and spin, and I've got the rope going around and around. And my biggest fear, and I said this in a lot of interviews, is that I'm going to fly right off the stage into, you know, right into the orchestra seats right in the front. You know,
It
right
may
in the lap.
happen someday.
But yes, I do. I literally have to. I don't necessarily believe in channeling, but artistically channel these artists, and I do get very, very much into the head of Stevie, and into the performances before I go on. I usually like to be, you know, like they're working on me, and I'm very, very quiet.
Where are you playing
And then
next?
Janis is like, you know,
Yeah.
be nuts, you know, just get on stage, and I go out like I'm high and drunk on stage, and I'm stone cold sober doing it. So yeah, it's
Where are you playing next?
there. That's
Where?
my next show.
At
On April 27th, that's the show at the Strand Theater.
Strand Theater
Yeah.
in Lakewood?
Tickets are on sale now, yep,
Wow.
and 20 and 40, there's VIP too, and that's in Lakewood, and the show starts at 8 p.m.
Is there a website we can go to?
Yeah, I think it's all in there, the Strand Theater.
It's off at the Strand. They can buy the tickets from the Strand
Yes,
Theater
yes,
website.
yeah, just go to Strand Theater.
Very good. Thanks, Jody.
Thank you so
You're
much for
awesome.
having me.
I love it.
Thank you.
And we're going to say goodbye. And thanks for watching
NJRocks.tv.